as I read out the panelists and we welcome them. All right, first on our list, we have a 500 level law student, AKA the chef. Can we put our hands together as we welcome Temitope Adebite? Come on, put your hands together, put your hands together. Second on our list, we have our very own VBS coordinator in the person of Jemima Oduwaye. Can you put your hands together, please? Come on, put your hands together, put your hands together, put your hands together. And last but not the least, we have our own. Why so much silence? Can we clap? Can we clap? We have our very own Dr. Abel Akintunde. Come on, put your hands together, put your hands together. So, put your hands together, put your hands together. So before I step down, please, if during the course of the talk show, you have any question of any sort, there are ushers all around you. You can just write it down and pass it down to any usher standing by your side. Amen. Amen. So our panelists will introduce themselves and then the talk show will begin.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Oduwaye Jemima, 400 level biochemistry.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adegbite Temitokbe. I'm a 500 level law student.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Adilakun Samuel, and I'll be the moderator for this session.
Good morning this morning, everyone. My name is Abel Akintoye Akintunde on the Bowens Radio, Japa or not to Japa.
So, over the past number of years, a lot of things have been happening in Nigeria, ranging from the political zone to the educational side, financially, business, economy, everything. There have been a lot of ups and downs, which I believe we know are usual or are common in every sector, any country that you go to. Well, I know a lot of these things have prompted us to want to leave Nigeria because a lot of people are like, oh, what good can still come out of Nigeria? I sincerely understand the point that a lot of people come from. And definitely, I would say, if it's God's will for you to leave Nigeria, then why not? Come on. You hop on the chance and you leave Nigeria. But then if God is telling you to stay, you see, I was checking out something I was watching about how Dubai got developed. And what happened was that Dubai that we see, that we love, that a lot of us want to run to was not what it was some years back. During the reign of the Almatogun dynasty, the father decided that he wanted to develop Dubai. He wanted Dubai to go global. And for some of us that are going to be here, that's the mindset I want us to carry at the end of all this. I want us to go with the mindset that, yes, change is very evident and it can be real. And well, for some of us that are going to still go outside Nigeria, also go with that mindset that change is evident and it can be real. You can be the shining star wherever you find yourself. But then I will hand over to Dr. Abel as we continue the session.
Thank you very much. It's a very interesting topic because I feel that that's what song everyone sings as we speak. And the most topical place that everyone talks about is Canada. And if you wish or aspire to travel to Canada, can you make some noise? See what I'm talking about? All right, so the question is, why would you, a Nigerian, want to go to Canada? Why would you, a Nigerian, want to go to UK? Why will I, Abel Akintunde, want to travel out of the country and forget my fatherland, and in some cases, my motherland? Yeah, I'm sure many things run on our minds, but the question is, did Canada happen overnight? Did the UK happen overnight? I think that if we look at it that way, we may begin to have answers. But let's step backwards. And I also want to ask, is Nigeria a wonderful place? Well, it depends on where we're coming from. And I realized I had a class last week. The title of the course is Nigerian Heritage. And we're asking ourselves, is Nigeria blessed with several resources? People said yes. Is Nigeria blessed with riches, wealth, and affluence? Yes. But are we enjoying life? They said no. What is wrong with us? Several things were wrong. Nigeria has a lot of cancer killing her gradually. The first on the list is bad leadership. Leaders are making us hate this country called ours. And they make it very, very impossible and difficult for us to want to stay in Nigeria. So I don't blame anyone who says, I want to travel out of the country. I don't blame anyone who feels they want to leave. But the question I want to ask is, if all of us decide to leave Nigeria today for Canada, who will be left in Nigeria? So yes, I know, let me pick. I didn't hear you say it, but I want to guess that one of the things you are saying now is, who cares? It's unfortunate that Nigeria has got us this far. But the truth is, if Nigeria is going to become a place that other people aspire to be, it doesn't depend on a force outside of Nigeria. It depends on all the forces resident in Nigeria. But can we continue to live like this? No, we cannot continue to live like this. I have so much to say, but I won't want to take all of the time. I'll allow other co-speakers or panelists to also have a word, and then we share our lights on the reality in question.
So the first thing I said when I saw the question was to Japa or not. And I had to ask myself if I really wanted to stay. I had to say, what are you going to say to these people? Are you going to stay yourself, or are you going to run? Well, the first thing I would say is understanding your purpose. Irrespective of where you might go to, if you don't understand your purpose, you will just be like every other person, just living. And one thing is very apparent. I didn't even know they were going to talk about purpose in the drama ministration. If I understand what God has given to me to do on earth, then wherever I'm at, I'm able to contribute to that country. But if I don't know what I'm doing, I mean, I might be in the best place. I might not be doing anything at all. And another thing I want to say is there is no safe place. Each country is at war. There are problems in every country. Let's take, for instance, in the United States, only from time immemorial, they've always hated Jemima, Tope, this young man here, and Dr. Abel. Why? For the color of our skin. They feel like we're lesser human beings because we're what? We're black. There is inequality, there's racial discrimination. I don't know how many of us know the story of Amadou Diallo, the man who wanted to bring out a wallet to show to the police, and they shot him 41 times. Because he's a black man. Or do you want to go to UK? After doing your master's there, they give you a letter. Tete, you go back to your country. You want to go to Canada. We're hearing stories day by day. So I don't know. I understand that I'm not trying to negate the fact that we are really suffering in Nigeria because we have a lot of issues. But there isn't really a safe place. There's only a safe place where you trust God, you trust that God is. If I say that God is here, then I believe that God will protect me. So wherever you're at, don't go with the mindset that one place is safer than the other. Because the truth is there's no safe place. So it's wherever you say to yourself that God is with me, that God will always be with you. So I would like to give it to Jemima to speak.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, if, just like Dr. Abel said, just like Dr. Abel said, if everyone decides to leave Nigeria, who's going to be left? That means there's really not going to be a Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not just a space. Nigeria is a people. Nigeria is a people. So if everybody leaves, then there is going to be no Nigeria. And that will mean that God God wasn't sure when he was making Nigeria. That would mean that he had it in mind for Nigeria to actually go extinct. That means he wasn't intentional about us. So living just because, okay, you want to make money, you want to live the life that you've always dreamed of and all of that. The truth is, people are living the life that they've always dreamed of in Nigeria. People are living the life that they've always dreamed of. Yes, there are problems. Yes, it may seem like it's higher than, our problems in Nigeria is higher than any other problem that is going on elsewhere. But then, if you exchange, they're saying like, if everyone is to sit at the table and you exchange your problems, you most likely want to take your own problem back. Right? And okay, so what if you japa? And then you're not allowed to, your children come back from school and they tell you that they don't know if they are boys or girls. Wow. Right. They don't know if they are boys or girls. How would you feel? So you have all the money you have everything, but there is really no peace. Just like she said, racism. So there's no peace. You don't have freedom. There's really no freedom. So what's the joy then? What's the joy then?
Also, I don't want you to think that we're saying that you should not go. Now, I'm saying that if you have, like, like for instance now, apart from being a law student, I'm also a culinarian. And I know that there are countries such as France, America, that they have expanded more in the culinary business. I can go there to acquire knowledge and travel out, you understand? That's still me jackpying, Abi, am I correct? I'm still living for a while. I can stay there for like 2 years, 3 years, and come back with the knowledge I've acquired to help Nigeria. So nobody is saying that you should stay in Nigeria when you have more resources outside of Nigeria. That's you limiting yourself, and that's not what God wants you to do. He wants you to acquire all the knowledge that you can to fulfill your word, your purpose. So I just want to clarify that we are not saying that you should not go when there is a need for it. But like relocating and forgetting your motherland, no, we're not saying that.
Okay, thank you. Let me just say one other thing in the spirit of what has been said a while ago. And that is, I want to ask you what you think the equation of success is in life. I looked at everyone trying to travel out and everyone trying to stay. And she talked about knowing who you are, purpose. Is it the where you want to be that matters or the who you are? Is it the where you want to travel to that matters or the who you are? If your answer is the where, it means you are a consumer. Nigeria is not good. Nigeria disappointed you because you want something. And Canada will give it to you, so I want to travel to Canada. That means the mindset is a wanting mindset. But if you are a producer, you have a commodity, then what you carry as a commodity will determine what market you sell the commodity. And if Nigeria is the market of my commodity, I will choose Nigeria. And that's why I'll say to this end that the equation of success, as far as this topic is concerned, is not outside in, but inside out. Find who you are. When you know who you are, then you ask, who am I? What am I designed to do? There are people who have traveled out and they suffocated. Even the Bible gave us instances. You remember Ruth and Naomi's story. Naomi left. She was so rich. She had children. She had a husband. And then she went to Moab because there was famine. And when she got to Moab, what happened? All of them died. And Ruth decided to follow her even after her sons died. Remember the statement she said when she came back to Moab. She said, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because I left plenty and I came back empty." And if she had understood, like Isaac, that where you are, even despite famine, you can prosper. The Bible said that Isaac sowed in that land in the year when there was famine and there was prosperity. Now, because they understood who they were, if you understand yourself, what your purpose is, it will determine where you are going to. And I end with this. Damiloju finished from Mass Comm. in 2018. She did very well. I saw her like one of those, looking like those who travel to Canada and the rest of them. Do you know where she is now? She's even eager to stop anything schooling because she found purpose. She produces African dishes, and she opened a buffet in Ibadan, and people come in severally, day and night, to eat the meal she produces. If that would take Damiloju outside, because she's doing very well what she's good at doing, then she has gone out, but she didn't Japa. So if you are one who is thinking of traveling out because of what you want to consume, check it again. It's better to be a producer and your product takes you out than to be a consumer who has nothing to offer, who simply wants to run away from Nigeria.
Our panelists have spoken about knowing who you are, and throughout this month we have been looking at the series, and that was one of the questions that Chaplain put forward. Who are you? Why are you here? And then Tope also mentioned purpose. I have noticed that a lot of people feel that purpose is tied to a particular location. So I would like you to ask yourself, one, what exactly does Japa mean to you? What exactly does it mean to you? To some people, it means stepping out of their current location, stepping out of that geographical zone, traveling out, gaining more knowledge, and coming back to develop, coming back to build. For some people, for a majority of the population, they see Japa as a phrase which says that they should run away and never look back. And for some people, you going away and never looking back, yes, it could be that you going over there would be to develop that other country. And for some people, they will just have to step out and they will have to come back. Most people just want to go and never look back. Most people just want to go and forget history. Most people just want to go and, just like Dr. Abel said, just want. This is what I want. This is what I want to get. This is not what I need, not what my family needs, not what my friends need, not what my colleagues need, not what the population at large needs. You going out could solve a lot of problems. You going out and staying over there could solve a lot of problems. You staying here could solve a lot of problems. You going out and coming back could solve more problems. But then it all depends on you. So one, who exactly are you? Who do you think you are? Who does God say you are? Not what Twitter says you are, not what IG says you are, not what your WhatsApp status says you are, not what people in your WhatsApp contacts say you are. But then who exactly does God say you are? What does the word say about you? We have a purpose. We all have different assignments. What does your assignment entail? Where is it taking you to? So in the next few minutes, just next 1-2 minutes, I just want us to remain on these things, and then we'll pick up from there. All right. So we've gotten one question. Please remember to keep your questions coming. The person said, if any one of you is given a visa right now, would you go? If any one of you is given a visa right now, would you go? And the person requested for individual responses. Your request will be granted.
Why should I be the one to start? Okay, if I have a visa today, would I go? You mean I'll just pick the visa and pack my bag and start going? Going where? Like, seriously. I think, and I'm not trying to deceive you here, I am so consumed about what I am born to do than simply traveling somewhere. If I have a visa to go and talk to people tomorrow in Canada, to tell them about how they can find and discover who they are, using the things I carry inside of me, I will instantly take that ticket and I'll travel out. But if they're telling me just come and stay for 2 months. Just come and see life, how life looks like. Is that going to add to how I'm adding to lives here, right now? Yeah, I know I have many people who will disagree, but my yes or no depends on whether or not that opportunity will make me advance my purpose, my calling, my assignment.
If I had a visa, would I go? Well, I think when you say if I have a visa, will I go? Like if I'm going for a vacation, I'll go now. But if you're saying I should like have a visa to relocate where I know I'm supposed to be doing some things here, there is, I don't mean, like Olamide said, he said, Atishorire is not by American visa. So it still boils down to what I'm going to do there. What am I going to do? If I'm going to relax, if I'm going on a vacation, of course I'll go. But if I'm not doing anything there and I have some things that I'm doing here, what am I going to do? That's the question. So I think you should clarify more when you're sending in these questions. Thank you.
Same thing with what she said. If I have a visa now, I have to know why do I want to go there? There has to be a reason. We don't just do things because we feel like doing them. We do things because there is a reason for it. So there has to be a tangible reason why I want to go. If I want to go there for a vacation, as she said, I'll go, come back. If I want to go there to make impact, I have a certain assignment that I have to do there. I will go. And if I am to come back, I'll come back. If I'm to continue my assignment for a lifetime there, it's fine. I'm going to leave.
Okay, there's another question here. It says, what if my purpose requires me to leave Nigeria? Should I still hesitate because I don't want to forget history? Okay, I'll give Tokpe the mic and she would answer this question.
I think we should listen more because nobody is saying you should not go if there is a need for it. Nobody is going to tell you to limit yourself. I think if you heard us really, you'll have listened to what we said. If there's a reason for it, then you should go. Do you understand? If your purpose is that you should be out of Nigeria, and if you're saying the truth to yourself, it's not as if you just want to, fine. That's what I would say, really.
Okay, this question is going to Dr. Abel. It says, judging from what has happened over the last couple of months, what is the assurance that the 2023 elections will change anything?
What is the assurance that 2023 will change anything? 2023 is not a person, and 2023 is just a year. And a year is time. Times and seasons happen. If 2023 brings us good, does it mean that we're not going to prosper? We're going to prosper if it brings us good. If it brings us bad, are we going to die? We may not die if we believe God. Are you saying that you've survived because Nigeria has been good? No. We have traveled this far because God has kept us. And I think if God kept us till now, he will keep us always. But I don't want this question to exist in relation to Canada or anywhere. So I want to ask, what if there's no Canada or a UK and there's still a 2023 election? Where are we going to run to? What will we be talking about? It's because it exists. That's why we're looking for it. But I think, like we said, it's not about whether we should travel or not travel. It's about who you are. And if God blesses us with a good time. In fact, let me say something. Do you realize that it was the famine in Egypt that brought Joseph up to become a prime minister? It was the problem in Babylon that brought Daniel up to become one who served for 4 tenors in Babylon. Sometimes crises are opportunities for elevation. And if your purpose is tied to crisis, then you shoot up. and you'll be recognized. So you can travel if you want, but even if 2023 doesn't bring us peace and brings us trouble, it might be a time for you to prosper. Let's not keep running away from Nigeria, otherwise we'll never solve this crisis called Nigeria.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll be taking one more question, and that will be all for today.
Good morning. So we had a couple of questions from that end, and I came to ask personally because I listened to some of the things you said. And if I recall correctly, you said something about us leaving Nigeria, Nigeria being extinct. And I just have an observation that nations have come, nations have gone. And we don't particularly know if Nigeria is one of those countries that's going to come and go. And you said it like, and empires have risen, empires have fallen. Now, I just have one question based on my observation from all that you've said, is why are we magnifying the 1% that is thriving in Nigeria against the 99% that is suffering?
Do you want to set the ball rolling? Okay. All right. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your question. I still hold on to the view that we're so frustrated already in Nigeria. And that is inspiring the kind of questions we're asking. Do they have a right? Do these people living abroad, do the situations looking better outside, do they have a right to rob us of identities? Nations rise and fall, but people's identities still remain. The people that survive empires and civilizations and the rise and fall of nations are people who had identity. The equation for success, I still say, is inside out, not outside in. My country, civilization will not determine whether or not I stay. Who I am, my purpose on earth, my assignment here will determine whether or not I stay and what impact I make and whether or not I survive civilizations.
All right.
Well, I just want to say something. I want to say that not every open door is a good door. Like, not every opportunity is a good one.
All right. Thank you so much. To our panelists, we say a very big thank you. Please, can we put our hands together for them?
Okay. Another thing that you would want to ask is, what is the way forward, Abi? What is the way forward? That's one of the solutions we're looking forward to, rather than just pondering on the problems of Nigeria. One thing I would say is what? Education. Taken from the words of Albert Einstein, he said, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. So, starting from people around you, your gatesmen, your cook, anybody around you, you can educate them on their rights. You know, there are some of them in the northern part of Nigeria, if we really want to go into this, but we can't because of time. Some of them already bought into the ism and schism and ideology of their religion, that they don't see the dignity in human life, that they don't see human life as anything. They even value the castle's life over our lives. So educating them that we matter and their rights matters and their rights cannot be bought by 1,500 naira or half bag of rice and all of those things can actually aid, because ignorance is something that is very, very prevalent in Nigeria. And one way of reducing ignorance is by what? Educating people. So the way forward for me, one thing I would like to say is what? Education. Thank you very much.
Okay, and I also know that the time is on. Let me just say this in 1 minute. I read something from George Bernard Shaw a long time ago, and I just want you to listen to it very carefully. And I think it might address some of these things. And he said, and I quote, "People are always blaming their circumstances for what they are. I don't believe in circumstances, because the people who get on in this world are the people who get up and look for the circumstances they want. And if they cannot find them, make them. Can you make your circumstance in Nigeria, irrespective of what the system says, and create an opportunity and survive in it? And God blesses it. Thank you.
Okay, this is why, this is, like you said, education. This is why they are always telling us in chapel, know what your purpose is and work in it. Know what your purpose, if you are supposed to be a cook. If you are supposed to be a banker, read, study, research, do what you are supposed to do, and know where you are supposed to be. God made you for himself, so do according to his will, not because you feel or because your friends are going out, you go out. If you go out, you might not succeed. If you stay, you might succeed. It depends. It depends on what God's will is for your life. So find out God's will for your life and walk in it.
All right, a big thank you to the panelists. Please, we are very grateful for your presence. You may. So please, as we round up, can we just bow down our heads? I know there are a lot of mixed emotions. I know there are a lot of thoughts. There are a lot of things going through our minds. But then just in the next 1-2 minutes, can we just remember one thing that I heard, one thing that stuck was that change comes from within. It is from inside out. So in the next few minutes, just ask the Lord. Just talk to him, rather. Talk to the Lord.
Concerning what you said, I know you have a lot of ideologies. I know you have a lot of, we have different mindsets all gathered here. But just talk to the Lord. Just talk to the Lord.